Hey good people, welcome to the channel. I'm Musically Malnourished and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. We have made it to the 2010 album from Kanye West called My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I know many of you have been very excited about this. We have journeyed our way here. I'm really excited to get into this. I know there's at least one song on this that I heard because I've always been very interested in video, in motion graphics and all of that. So when I saw a screenshot or something of the Power music video, I just had to check it out. And so that is a video I have seen, a song I have heard. And there may be some others on here that I've heard and just haven't known it. But for the most part, I don't think I'm going to know anything on here. So I'm pretty excited about that. We're going to get in, give each song a listen, make a few comments along the way. I'll be keeping notes on my handy dandy notebook here so that after each track, we can talk about the things that stand out. We'll do a little research, see what we can find out. I'm sure there's probably a lot of interview quotes and things because this album was such a big deal, so prominent. So that should be fun. We'll all kind of learn some things. If you want to skip to certain tracks, you can find the timestamps in the description or just press play and hang out with us. But without any further ado. Oh, what's that? Oh, you thought I forgot something? Oh, you already made a comment and were like, bro, where's the tuxedo? All right, I guess now we're prepared. Let's get into it. This is track number 1, titled Dark Fantasy. My range of motion is quite hindered. Fat guy in a little coat. Fat guy in a little coat. Why don't you love me? Can you name that movie? Let's go. Chris Farley. Rest in peace. All right. Here we go.
You might think you've peeped the scene. You haven't. The real one's far too mean. The watered down one, the one you know, was made up centuries ago. They made it
centuries ago.
Corny. Yes, it's awful, blasted, boring, twisted fiction, sick addiction. Will gather round children, separate lesson.
Can we get much higher? So high.
It just has that signature Kanye sound.
Can we get much higher?
It's very bright. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, get a little attitude, Kanye?
Yeah. I fantasize about this back in Chicago. Mercy, mercy me, that mercy I go. That's me the first year that I blow. How you say broke in Spanish, me no I blow. Me drown sorrow in that Diablo. Me found bravery in my bravado. DJs need to listen to the models. You ain't got no fucking Yeezy and Serato. Stupid, but what the hell do I know? I'm just a Chi-Town nigga with a nice flow. And my chick in that new Phoebe Philo. So much head I woke up in Sleepy Hollow. Can we get much higher?
Oh my, that took me a second. The Headless Horseman.
Look like a fat booty Celine Dion. Sex is on fire. I'm the king of Leona Lewis. Beyond the truest. Hey, teacher, tell me how do you respawn the students and refresh the page and restart the memory? Respark the soul and rebuild the energy. We stop the ignorance. We kill the enemy. Sorry for the night. Demons are still visible.
Oh, cool.
To drink it till the pain over. But what's worse, the pain or the hangover? Fresh air rolling down down the window. Too many Urkels on your team, that's why your win's low. Don't make me pull the
Oh my gosh.
Don't make me pull the toys and fire up the engines, huh? And then they make noise. Can we get much higher? So high.
We'll see if he leans into much auto-tune. I mean, it doesn't sound like he was using any.
Just kids, no parents. Then the sky filled with herons. I saw the devil and the Chrysler LeBaron. And the hell wouldn't spare us. And the fires they declare us. But after that, took pills, kissed and errors. And woke up back in Paris. Can we get much higher? So high.
That drops so good, man, both times.
Can we get much higher? So high. Can we get much higher?
So he released this only a year after 808s and Heartbreak?
Can we get much higher? So high. Can we get much higher? So high.
I see no ID on this. Okay, man, what a great opener. And like I said, it just has that signature Kanye sound, the brightness, which obviously he can do some darker things. But it's just so recognizable right off the bat. Whatever it is, you can just feel his hands on it. Now, I do know it's interesting to me this came out a year after 808s because I've seen a few things as I was kind of looking at some album descriptions and things like that. Was it the writing of this or the creating of it that followed the Taylor Swift thing? And then obviously, I mean, even leading up to 808s and Heartbreak, right? The loss of his mother, the loss of a long-term relationship. And then I think some of the PR disasters began. So I'm kind of interested to see some of the context around this because I do remember that event with Taylor Swift. I just didn't know anything about Kanye. Obviously, I knew the name, but knew nothing of his music, knew nothing of anything having to do with him other than he was popular. So let's see here. It says, preceded by the darkest period of Kanye's life, which culminated in the infamous Taylor Swift incident, this conceptual album digs deeper into the dark side of fame. This track mainly showcases the side of fame people first think of, but Nicki's intro and the morning hook indicate we'll hear something different. Although a music video wasn't released, it's the first track featured in Kanye's full-length film Runaway. I can't wait to get to that, which we'll put that up on Patreon. So look out for that. Within a couple days or within a week of us releasing this, we'll get all that good stuff up on Patreon. But we do already have a bunch of Kanye stuff over there, as well as, many other artists. Okay. How did Teyana Taylor get on this song? Even though the invite really was to check out Clothes, I had told myself I was going to get on that album, whether he knew it or not. I'm not even a morning person, and he wanted me to come at 9 a.m. I get there, and I like his clothes. He's like, I knew you'd like this. Then he started playing his album, and I started humming and doing some little runs to what I'm hearing on the slide tip. I came in there humming. I knew what I was doing. So he hears me and is like, you can really sing. Yo, can you put some backgrounds on this song, Hell of a Life? He knew I was signed to Pharrell and all that, but I guess he didn't know what I could really do. Like I said, we were more fashion friends. He just knew I was fly, so then he tells me to do dark fantasy. At the time, it was pretty empty, just verses. He put me in another room by myself and said, go. Came back with a whole intro and chorus. I did all the scratches and the cuts myself with my voice. That's not a DJ thing when you hear my voice go like that. Now that makes me want to listen to it again. I was so nervous when I played it for Kanye. I hadn't been in the studio for so long. I was so excited to be trying out for that song. Well, you go, girl. It's like, strike when the iron's hot. Shoot your shot. What did Kanye West say about Dark Fantasy? That actually started out as a Blueprint 3 record. I was going to be the intro for that album. Then Jay changed his mind, so we revamped the record and gave it to Drake. That record ended up going through a lot of phases. While I was in Hawaii, RZA came down and had a beat, but before that, Pete Rock had given us a beat. Then he ripped the drums and made it the rap part of it. The parts that me and Ye did was the chorus and the musical parts. Everything was done separately and a lot of different people contributed. Then Nicki did the intro and it went crazy. That's one of my favorite records, just because of all the emotions that came with it. So does she go by Nicki, but it's Tiana Taylor, or is two totally separate people? Well, this says Nicki Minaj. Oh, and then the chorus, Justin Vernon, Tiana Taylor. Okay. I was a bit confused there for a second. Okay, this is kind of some repeated stuff that we read. I guess there's a few added things here. When he put me in the room, he was like, put some background verses. I'll come back. He should have never told me that. I came out with the whole intro, the whole hook. It sounded like a little choir on that. And he didn't take anything out. He didn't add anything back in. That's when he's like, yo, what's your situation? Then put backgrounds on this other song. Right on this, right on that. That's me on the album singing after Nicki Minaj, like the watered down ones, the ones you know. Nobody knew it was me. Just happy to have been given the opportunity. The plan was to drink until the pain's over, but what's worse, the pain or the hangover. Best line on the song. I've always thought that the line, too many Urkels on your team, that's why your wins low, has been a pun on Kellen Winslow. Kellen Winslow, popular American football player, was a great player on a terrible team. The player this song came out, the year this song came out, his team lost all but 3 games. Not sure, just one possible reading. I mean, are they saying in addition to the obvious, like the Winslows from, was it Family Matters? Officer Winslow? Yeah, Family Matters. Policeman Carl Winslow. I used to watch this show a bunch. Man, there were a lot of good lines, which obviously they pointed them out in those comments, a few of the big standouts, but there were so many. Oh, my chick in that new Phoebe, which I'm assuming, oh, it's not a car, it's fashion. Phoebe Philo is a British fashion designer who was the creative director of the French women's brand Celine. When this album dropped 2010, Celine's newest stuff looked like this. Ye's girlfriend at the time, Amber Rose, probably thought the wingsuit look was whack. So by 2011, Kanye took to wearing Celine himself. So much head I woke up. Oh my gosh, I hate when that happens. So much head I woke up to Sleepy Hollow. Ye makes an oral sex pun around the legend of Sleepy Hollow, which features the Headless Horseman. Perhaps Ye's getting so much as he falls asleep. When he wakes up, it's like he found the head of the ghost of Sleepy Hollow. Or it has to do with the amount of heads that the Headless Horseman collects. Ye invoked the Headless Horseman in order to joke about a guy not getting any, which is the total opposite of what's happening. Yeah, but that's because I do think, oh wait, the implicit reference to decapitation recalls one of the album's alternate covers, which depicts Kanye's severed head. Intense. Yeah, I think the play there is probably, obviously just a connection to heads, but it might be the amount of heads the Headless Horseman collects. Right, because I think in the movie, I remember it from when I was a kid. I didn't get it at the time. I need to rewatch it, the one with Johnny Depp. And it was just kind of like slow and boring and weird to me when I was a kid, but I remember scenes. Isn't there a scene where all these heads come like pouring out of a tree or something? Or out of the ground? I can't remember. But I think that that's the distinction there, is that he's just talking about the amount of heads that are there. All right, we are off to a good start. Ooh, we got Kid Cudi on this one. What are the features on here? Let's see, we got Kid Cudi. I'm not familiar with Raekwon. Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Nicki Minaj, Bon Iver. Swizz Beatz. I've heard Swizz Beatz mentioned before, but I don't think I've ever heard him. John Legend. Okay. It's going to be a good time. Let's check out track 2. Gorgeous, featuring Kid Cudi and Raekwon. It's a cool effect on that guitar. Almost makes me feel like it's an effect on a voice.
Ain't no question if I want it, I need it. I can feel it slowly drifting away from me. I'm on the edge, so why you playing? I'm saying I will never ever let you live this down, down, down. Not for nothing, I've foreseen it, I dreamed it. I can feel it slowly drifting away from me. No more chances if you blow this, you bogus. I will never ever let you live this down, down.
Penitentiary chances, the devil dances and eventually answers to the call of autumn. All them falling for the love of ballin'. Get caught with 30 rocks, the cop look like Alec Baldwin. Inner century anthems based off inner city tantrums, based off the way we was branded. Face it, Jerome get more time than Brandon. And at the airport they check all through my bag and tell me that it's random, but we stay winning. This week has been a bad massage. I need a happy ending and a new beginning and a new fitted.
It's like a happy ending on a massage.
This the real world, homie, school finished. They just stole your dreams, you don't know who did it. I treat the cash the way the government treats says. I won't be satisfied till all my niggas get it. Get it?
Ain't no question if I want it, I need it. I can feel it slowly drifting away from me. I'm on the edge, so why you playing?
I can't wait to get to the project with Kanye and Kid Cudi. Kids See Ghosts.
It's hip-hop, just a euphemism for a new religion. The soul music of the slaves that the youth is missing. But this is more than just my road to redemption. Malcolm West had the whole nation standing at attention. As long as I'm in polo smiling, they think they got me. But they'll try to crack me if they ever see a black me. I thought I chose a field where they couldn't sap me. If a nigga ain't shooting the jumps, I'm running to trap me. But this pimp is at the top of Mount Olympus, ready for the world's games. This is my Olympics. We make them say oh, cause the game's so pimpish. Choke a South Park writer with a fish stick. I insisted to get up off of this dick. And these drugs, niggas can't resist it. Remind me when they try to have Ali enlisted. If I ever wasn't the greatest nigga, I must have missed it.
Ain't no question if I want it, I need it. I can feel it slowly drifting away from me. I'm on the edge, so why you playing? I'm saying I will never ever let you live this down, down, down.
I need more drinks and less lights. And that American apparel girl in just tights. She told the director she trying to get into school. He said take them glasses off and get in the pool. It's been a while since I watched a tube. Cause like a Crip said, I got way too many blues for any more bad news. I was looking at my resume, feeling real fresh
Crips.
today. They rewrite history.
Bloods.
I don't believe in yesterday. And what's a black beetle anyway? A fucking roach? I guess is why they got me sitting there fucking coach. My guy said I need a different approach. Cause people is looking at me like I'm sniffing difficult. It's not funny anymore. Try different jokes. Tell them hug and kiss my ass. X and O. And kiss the ring while they at it. Do my thing while I got it. Play strings for the dramatic. And then of that whack shit. Act like I ain't had a belt in 2 classes. I ain't got it. I'm coming after whoever who has it. I'm coming after whoever who has it. You blowing up, that's good, fantastic. That, y'all, it's like that, y'all. I don't really give a fuck about it at all. Cause the same people that try to blackball me forgot about 2 things, my black balls.
Ain't no question if I want it, I need it.
Kanye always likes to throw in a reference to his balls.
Slowly drifting away from me. I'm on the edge, so why you playing? I'm saying
Which is also, with that line, this connection to like, I've got guts.
Hey, yo, I done cop Timbs, has lived in lenses. Kid Armani suits, fresh fruits, Bally boots and Benzes. Counting up, smoking, 1 cuff. Live as a red jag, a Louis bag, grabbing the blunt. Fuck it, steam about 101 L's.
Oh.
Kites off the jail, spying sweats, running up in Stetson. Nigga had game was special. It matched every black pair of Nikes, throwing dice for decimals. The older head, bolder head, would train the soldier head. Make sure he right in the field, not a soldier dead. That meant cold red, bent off the black skunk, the black Dutch back of the old shed. If you can't live, you dying. You give or buying. Keep it real or keep it moving, keep grinding, keep shining. To every young man, this is a plan. Learn from others like your brothers, Ray and Kanye.
nothing, I've foreseen it, I dreamed it. I can feel it slowly drifting away from me. No more chances if you blow this, you bogus. I will never ever let you live this down, down, down.
Okay, it sounds like a real guitar. Oh, that was killer, man. Kid Cudi did awesome. I really like Raekwon. And it was so good because, you know, he has this this kind of deeper, harder voice. And to bring in the additional kind of driving drums on top of that really fit. Because they let him start going, and then it gets that pickup. I don't remember exactly how it was going, but you know what I'm talking about. Kind of just took it to another level and matched his energy really well. Okay. Yeah, at first I was thinking like maybe... First I thought guitar, you know, it's obviously this distortion and it was kind of overdrive on it. And it was interesting just the way, because it's not super prominent. But then I was like, maybe that's somebody's voice, because there's been plenty of people in music that'll, you know, and then throw the effects on it. And obviously wouldn't put that past Kanye. But later into the song, and especially toward the close, it feels like a real guitar, especially because you can hear like when they're stopping to kind of mute the strings, and then a little bit of the feedback and just the voicing of it, the way that it was being played feels like a real guitar. It'd be funny if I'm wrong, but definitely feels like a real guitar. And then they carried that over in Kanye's, you know, voice. Okay. Let's see here. Gorgeous sees Kanye describing the ugly nature of social injustice in America, ironically calling the nation gorgeous because of it. I was curious, you know, the real connection there. Recorded during his self-imposed exile in Hawaii, West formed the track with elements from the Turtles' 1968 single You Showed Me. The lush and electric guitar riff present throughout the song stems from Enoch Light and the Glittering Guitars, 1969 cover of the same Turtles song. West reclusively worked with artists he was familiar with during his time in Hawaii, leading to Kid Cudi singing the chorus. In an interview with MTV, Cudi revealed he had to lie in order to get on the song. Gorgeous was one of those records that as soon as I heard the beat, I was like, man, this is the one. I came up to him and I was like, man, are you working on this record? Are you working on this beat? He goes, yeah, you got an idea for it? I was like, yeah, I might. I didn't. I was lying like a mother. Wu-Tang, well, you gotta fake it till you make it sometimes. And Kid Cudi obviously knows he's got the chops to do it, you know? That's what I always say is like, in anything, in any pursuit in life, there are times you're going to do something for the first time, or you're going to have your own kind of like, oh, I'm not sure, but you got to take advantage of the opportunity. Now, if you don't think you can deliver, then you're just lying. But if you're confident you can deliver, even if you're not 100% certain how you're going to deliver, I think we all have to take those chances. Wu-Tang Clan member Raekwon initially had no interest to feature on the track. He was later convinced by RZA, who assisted on Dark Fantasy and So Appalled, to work with Kanye. Regarding the collaboration, Raekwon said, "The first thing I can tell you about Kanye West is that he's a hard worker. When you look at him, you can tell he still has that whole hip-hop thing in his bones." 1 second, gotta answer my wife. She takes priority. The below video is an interview with Kid Cudi on MTV. In the interview, he discusses his collaboration with Kanye on the song. Looks like that's not present, but we might still be able to find that. What has No ID said about the song? That's another one we did in Hawaii. I had the music already, and Kanye had the drums. That's how we worked at a lot of times. Either he had the music and I had the drums, or vice versa. I played the beat for him, and he put it in the sampler, and he did his little stutter step with it, and it hit immediately. That was right around the time when Jay Electronica dropped Exhibit C. Remember, I said Jay Electronica is the new guy. He's dope. And Ye was real mad. Like, what? I'm the guy. I'm the guy. And he went in and spazzed out on it. We put Cudi on there, and then Raekwon was added to it. It's Kanye's call who to put on there, as he'll work on a song until it comes out. Sometimes we're not even around when changes get made. Most of the time, I like the changes. Sometimes I'm like, really? But you can't go wrong with Chef Raekwon. And what's a black beetle anyway? A roach. I'm going to have to look this up because I didn't fully understand that line. These lyrics are good. Kanye seriously spazzes. While listening to this song, I've realized that in Kanye's third verse matched his freestyle on Hot 97 with Pusha T. Doesn't matter if it was written or not, the verse is still amazing regardless. Forget Taylor Swift. Okay, let's look at that Black Beetle line first. These lines are often seen as some of Kanye's best lines of all time, continuing from the Beatles reference in the previous line. Okay, I was looking at my resume, feeling fresh today. They rewrite history. I don't believe in yesterday. Kanye uses the band as an example to point out further racial inequalities. A black person who achieved as much in the musical world as the Beatles would not receive their dues. They'd be thought of no more highly than a cockroach. Oh, okay. See, when I think Beetle, I think of like a Volkswagen Beetle. They'd be thought of no more highly than a cockroach, which are usually portrayed as being amongst the most vile and disgusting insects. Hence the image of sitting in coach behind the first-class seats in a commercial airline. Kanye beats the would-be haters to the punch and minimizes one of his most impressive accolades, being a black beetle, whatever that is. When Roy Orbison realized a band he'd never heard of were going to overshadow his 1963 tour of Britain, he made a similar remark. Orbison, what's a beetle anyway? John Lennon, I am. This is a cool image. Rappers in the past have called themselves Black Beatles, one of the first being Public Enemy in 1998, but this expression became iconic after this line was dropped. And then the Alec Baldwin. Did he play a cop? Got caught with 30 Rops. The cop looked like Alec Baldwin. Stereotypical crack dealer is black, while cops are seen as Alec Baldwin. An average white man. Interestingly, Baldwin played the role of a police captain in The Departed. 30 Rock is also a show that Alex stars in. Oh, wow. That's cool. Got caught with 30 Rocks. The cop looked like Alec Baldwin. And the South Park reference too. Fish sticks? Oh wait, Fish sticks is a character on South Park, right? We make him say ho because the game is so pimpish. Chose a South Park writer with a fish stick. I insisted to get up off this. Make him say ho is what rappers say at concerts when they're trying to hype the crowd, but this line also refers to rappers being like hoes to record labels. In an episode of South Park, Kanye is labeled as a gay fish, a joke about the watery auto-tune he employed on 808s and Heartbreak, after he admitted to enjoying fish sticks, which sounds humorously similar to fish sticks plus me equals gay fish. Breaded, genius, fried, awesome, frozen, fashionable, yummy, crunch, rapper. Not funny, not fashion. Note that he reacted humbly at first to the episode, so this line is either good sport or more directed at people who took the joke too far. I haven't seen that. Maybe I'm gonna have to try to remember to find that when we look at everything on Patreon. Nobody is safe from South Park. Didn't he say AA? I thought he said AA girl. No. Oh, here we go. American Apparel girl. Playing on the phrase, I need more dreams and less life. Ye is tired of all the paparazzi, just wants to get loose. I need more drinks and less tights, and that American Apparel girl in just tights. Ye brings up wanting an American Apparel girl, mentioning specifically the one from what was, at the time, a popular and risque ad in which a model is naked except for her tights. Selling American Apparel tights. From the mind of American Apparel, somewhat Kanye-esque CEO Dov Sharney, signature American Apparel advertisement features a hot but gettable 20-something with little or natural-looking makeup wearing some American Apparel. Okay. Interesting way to put that. She told the director she's trying to get in school. He said, take them glasses off and get in the pool. Kanye alludes to ongoing harassment scandals involving American Apparel and its eccentric CEO. By depicting the classic porn scenario, it refers to the common theme of girls having to sleep their way to success. Yeah, okay. Like she has a dream and aspiration. It's kind of like, well, if you want it, which is gross, dude. Okay. Here we go, moving into track 3, titled Power. Now, I know like I said, the track, but I don't think I've ever really paid attention to the content. So, here we go. I can't bring my arms any.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen do it. Screams from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power. Broken, the school's closed, the prison's open. We ain't got nothing to lose, motherfucker, we rollin'. Motherfucker, we rollin'. With some light-skinned girls and some Kelly Rollins. In this white man world, we the ones chosen. So good night, cool world, I see you in the morning. I see you in the morning. This is way too much, I need a moment. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the power. Till then, fuck that, the world's ours. Fucking Chanel and the whole cast. Tell them Easy said they could kiss my whole ass. More specifically, they could kiss my asshole. I'm an asshole, you niggas got drugs. You sure-minded niggas, sauce is Napoleon. My furs is Mongolian, my ice called the goalies, and I embody every characteristic of the egotistic. He knows he's so fucking gifted. I just needed time alone with my own thoughts. Got treasures in my mind, but couldn't open up my own vault. Like creativity, purity, and honesty is honestly being crowded by these grown thoughts. Reality is catching up with me, taking my inner child. I'm fighting for custody with these responsibilities that they entrusted me. As I look down at my diamond and crusted piece,
My diamond.
all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the powder. Till then, fuck that, the world's ours.
Yeah, I definitely have not heard this. I've only heard the main beat. Oh, I love how we're kind of slowing down.
With a whole fucking nation. They say I was the abomination of Obama's
Never mind.
nation. Well, that's a pretty bad way to start the conversation. At the end of the day, god damn it, I'm killing this shit. I know damn well y'all feeling this shit. I don't need your pussy, bitch, I'm on my own dick. I ain't got a power trip, who you going home with? How you doing? I'm surviving. I was drinking earlier, now I'm driving. What a bad bitches, huh? Where you hiding? I got the power, make your life so exciting.
Yeah, this right here. This is all I've really heard of the song. I wonder if that's meant to be like he's just going after it. He's putting all into it with this project, like jumping out the window. Kind of see how it lands. Like, I'm gonna put it all on the table.
You got the power to let power go.
Ooh. Power to let power go. You know what's crazy about this song too is there are even lines in here that like could work within rock or punk rock. That 21st century schizoid man, or 21st century how the heck did they sing 21st century schizoid man? Like, you could take that and put it in a different genre, and it would work really well. Which obviously you've got these like kind of driving, distorted guitars and stuff in this album, so that makes sense as well. I kind of wish there wasn't as much distortion on his voice throughout this track, because it gets a little bit muddy, but absolutely incredible. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Produced by Kanye and S1, Power samples 21st century. Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. From 21st Century Schizoid Man by progressive British rock band King Crimson. I should have known it was a sample. See, it was funny because coming out of 808s and Heartbreak, or like going into that, I was so used to Kanye's use of samples and loved it. So then in 808s and Heartbreak, there were several songs that came on that I was like, man, I feel like I've heard this before. What is he sampling? And he used so few samples, if any. I think there were still some in there, but so few samples in 808s and Heartbreaks. They were all original, that I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this was a Kanye thing. Like, I had heard either a chorus or whatever it was. So I'm having to reorient myself coming into this one. So the drums of the Cold Grits rendition of It's Your Thing, not the first time in Afro America by Continent number 6. Jeez, dude. A lot of stuff going on here. During an interview with New York radio station Power 105.1, West said he spent thousands of hours working on this carefully crafted song. A song like Power took 5,000 hours, like literally 5,000 man hours to do this one record. That's the amount of time I was putting into every song on the album, West revealed. The accompanying music video has received critical acclaim. Russian supermodel Irina Shayk, who sits in a chair in the video, has called it a moving painting. Yeah, 100%. Now, let's see, 5,000 hours. 5,000 divided by 24, 208. 208 days? Maybe it's a little bit of an exaggeration, but he put a lot of work into it. George Kondo designed the cover art for the single. Kondo also designed all 5 artworks for the album. The rolling head had been West's Twitter profile picture since its release until 2018. Oh, wow. When I think of competition, it's like I try to create against the past. Think about Michelangelo, Picasso, the pyramids. That's the reason why I put 5,000 hours into a song. I thought, well, maybe I should just let him go with the 5,000 hours. Who knows? Maybe he did. Maybe he worked on it a little bit every day over nearly the course of a year. I guess it's, it's short of a year. Power plays in the background during the party time mission in Saints Row. Song never gets old. One of the greatest outros in hip-hop history. Did anyone hear that laugh before the last 21st century schizoid man? Yes, we all heard it. How the heck do you get a moving profile image? I bet all the Kanye haters never listened to a single album of him. Kanye's... Yeah, I mean, if you're going to hate on somebody, you should at least listen to an album, not just a song. Now, this will be a beautiful death, jumping out the window. One thing that I did want to remark on with this, is it's funny because if you come out trying to appear hard, like going after what people are saying about you and try to establish yourself, it is a risky game because it could fall flat and people could kind of take you as a joke. It's like you're this real small person or whatever and you're trying to act really tough, it comes off like cringe. But at least, from my viewpoint, like when Kanye does it, it's just like, yeah, he is that guy. So it works, I mean, he's really proven himself, at least with his talent and abilities in the industry, that I think he can say the things he's saying on this and be taken seriously. Kanye contemplates ending his own life, letting all his troubles go at the peak of his power. Instead of waiting to fall from grace, if he died now, he'd like to die at the top. The imagery here is that figurative fall from the top would be resolved by literal fall from the top. Kanye openly admitted to contemplating suicide. There was a time when the downsides of fame were too much of a heavy burden for him. Possible reference to the death of legendary singer. The singing is done by Dwell, who has previously worked with Kanye on Flashing Lights. I'm assuming, obviously SNL must have done a skit about him. Saturday Night Live, Taylor Lautner, who at the time was dating Taylor Swift, made fun of Kanye for interrupting his girlfriend at the MTV Video Music Awards because he was sad Beyonce didn't win. I think it's more than just sad. I think he's probably frustrated at the industry. When Swift herself appeared on SNL after the controversy, she alluded to the incident in her opening monologue. Well, and then Will Smith goes and one-ups this moment. At least he didn't slap her. Kanye was also mad at the show for asking a question about his mom as a joke. Ye quotes from Jay-Z's 99 Problems to display his dislike for being picked on. "You got jokes" is said sarcastically, implying that Ye thinks SNL cast are real a-holes, yet also their jokes really aren't that funny. This line is similar to a line on Gorgeous, where he says, "It's not funny anymore, try different jokes, tell them hug and kiss my..." Furthermore, Ye would premiere 2 songs off of Yeezus on SNL. Oh, so they needed him back, huh? Kanye seems to have a change of heart with regards to the SNL cast near the end of the album, where former SNL cast member Chris Rock appears at the end of Blame Game. Funny, I just mentioned Chris Rock. And then this Napoleon line. Napoleon and Mongolian. Your thoughts is Napoleon. Oh, 'cause short. My furs is Mongolian. My ice brought the goalies in. I didn't pick up. Man, there's so much happening. I know there's so many things in these songs that I miss. But that's why you listen back through. Yeah, I was wondering if this Mongolian furs was a reference to Genghis Khan. Kanye compares himself to one of the greatest conquerors in human history, one that would make Napoleon seem insignificant. All right. That was Power. Time to move on. This is an interlude. All of the Lights. This album is like some high-class art. So beautiful. All right, let's let it roll.
All of the lights.
Turn up the lights in here, baby. Extra bright.
Is that a sample or is that original?
Turn up the lights in here, baby.
Is this
Know what I need?
this Rihanna?
Everything, want you
Sorry if I've got that wrong.
fast cars, shooting stars. All of the lights, all of the lights. If you want it, you can get it for the rest of your life. If you want it, you can get it for the rest of your life.
Something wrong. I hold my head.
Oh gosh, dude.
I nigga dead. I slapped my girl. She called the feds. I did that time and spent that bread. I'm headed home.
He's honest.
I'm on my way, headed up the stairs. To my surprise, a nigga replacing me. I had to take him to that ghetto university. The lights, top lights, flashlights,
Oh.
strobe lights, street lights.
All of the lights, all of the lights.
Fast life, drug life, thug life, rock life, every night.
Turn up the lights in here, baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this. Turn up the lights in here, baby. You know what I need, want you to see everything, want you to see all of the lights.
Restraining order, can't see my daughter. Her mother, brother, grandmother hate me in that order. Public visitation, we met at borders. Told her she'd take me back, I'll be more supportive. I made mistakes, I bumped my head, and court sucked me dry. I spent that bread, she need a daddy. Baby, please, can't let her grow up in that ghetto university. The lights, top lights, flashlights, spotlights, strobe lights, street lights.
All of the lights, all of the lights.
Fast life, drug life, thug life, rock life, every night.
Turn up the lights in here, baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this. Turn up the lights in here, baby. You know what I need, want you to see everything, want you to see all of the lights.
Get mine.
don't know who these people are. It sounds like Rihanna. But they're not on the title.
Gotta let these niggas yeah. Get it right, babe. You should go and get your own.
Unemployment line, credit card.
Oh, this is the one that said Nicki and all that. It's just not listed here. Thank face. Dude, the energy on this song is insane.
Going all the way this time. Going all the way this time.
Turn up the lights and young baby. Extra bright, I want y'all to see this.
We got the whole family here. This feels like Fast and the Furious.
Want you to see everything. Want you to see all of the lights. I'm trying to tell you about all I can say. I'm trying to tell you about all I can say. I'm trying to tell you about all I can say. I'm trying to tell you about all I can say.
Whoa, dude. Okay. So no, the all their names are not listed on the track for some reason. It's actually a monster, this track coming up that says Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Nicki Minaj. So yeah, that's why I was a little confused. Wow, that was an experience, dude. Oh, that was so much fun. Now I can never hear it for the first time ever again. But now I can hear it anytime I want. I don't even know, dude. That there's so much going on in that song. It's so good. So fun. So big. So many good features on it. It carries for me that not only like just everybody being on it and the atmosphere, but it also kind of has that, even though the Charlie Puth song is sad and is connected to Paul Walker and the Fast and Furious franchise, but that it's been a long day without you, my friend. Tell you all about it when I see you again. But the song itself like has this big like boom, these I don't know. So it kind of has that same type of feel, and everybody rocks with that song too. So there's just something, this song is in that perfect place that I don't know how you can be a human, and you don't even necessarily have to like rap, but I don't know how you could be a human and not be like moved with this song. All right. Fourth single. The song is about Kanye's qualms living as a celebrity with personal problems in the public eye. He conveys this through the image of lights and the story of a troubled family, domestic abuse, imprisonment, separation, divorce. The song serves as a literal story of troubles in the home, and also a metaphor for Kanye's struggles with fame and his relationship to hip-hop. And like many of these songs, you know, across genres that are very upbeat, there is a very like kind of dark and meaningful theme going on. You know, it's how the light has, and I actually talked about this in another video. It's the idea that like when you're exposing film in a dark room, if you expose it to the light too quickly while it's underdeveloped, it'll destroy it. So in the same sense, man, you really have to put the work in on your character and who you are as a human being. And I'm not just talking about in fame. It's the same thing in leadership. Like, to put somebody in a place of leadership or out front too quickly before their character is developed, you could very much ruin them. And so you put the light on them while they're underdeveloped, and it just exposes, and destroys. Now, that's not to say there are a lot of times you may step into something before you feel fully prepared, because there's a learning process in that as well. There's a stretching that has to happen. It's the same thing with working out and growing. It's progressive load. You've got to put on something a little bit heavier to break down muscle to then rebuild. But we always have to be careful to make sure that our character is not underdeveloped, so that way, when we get those opportunities, they don't destroy us. The song has contributions from 14 other renowned artists: Drake, Alicia Keys, John Legend, and more. They're listed as additional vocalists in the liner notes. Rihanna is solely credited as the featured artist on the single. After its release, Kanye said he had worked for over 2 years on that song, working with many other artists because he just couldn't find the one. Was I right in my dates of like when these albums? Yeah, okay, so 2010. But I guess he had these maybe just in his pocket. Okay, so 2008 to 2010. Right. Sorry, I think I said 1 year between them, but it was 2 years. And then, he's probably, I'm sure, had things he was working on before that, and he was just waiting for the right time or to fully develop it. Rihanna said, Kanye actually played his album to me like 3 months ago, and All of the Lights, that one was one of my favorite songs. So when he asked me to come up to the studio at 2 o'clock in the morning, I had to, because I loved it. I knew it was the song. What does Drake do? The beat was finished, except Kanye did not have a hook for quite some time until he was in the studio with the artist, The Dream, and he was the one who originally came up with the hook. He did it one take on the spot. Kanye explained this at his concert in AC. Basically, even though the lyrics of the hook could mean a lot, it was just catchy. Kanye's the only person crazy enough to get a Drake collaboration and use him to sing one single line as a secondary voice, because he also has Rihanna, Elton John, Alicia Keys, Kid Cudi, and Ellie Jackson. Holy crap. I never liked Fergie's part of the song, though the last piece of her part where Rihanna joins is just beautiful. I don't even recognize Fergie, Rihanna, and Drake. So was it Fergie, not Nicki Minaj? Oh, y'all are going to hate me. Sorry, I don't know. I'm just not familiar with the artists. My bad. And unfortunately, I know Fergie had a long career. The only thing that I really know her well from was the national anthem. And that wasn't the best look. Okay. Man, that was explosive. This is track number 6. Sorry, the player's giving me some trouble. Trying to get it set up. All right, here we go. Track 6. Oh, I did mean to look up when he said that he hit girl. Hit dough. I know he paid the dough. What? How is dough not in here? I slapped my girl, called because he said bread, not dough. That would be why. Kanye begins the story that carries through the rest of the song. It begins with a man hitting his girlfriend being arrested. This becomes more significant by the fact that Rihanna was beaten up by boyfriend Chris Brown. Ugh. I don't want to look at it. Not long before the song was made. Considering the themes of the song, Kanye is suggesting it was partially the effects of fame that caused the incident. We don't know the full story. So Kanye did not personally is he just exposing like what the lights do to people in general? It's not necessarily all a personal account. I got a little carried away that last song. All right, y'all let me know in the comments. Here we go. This is track number 6, Monster.
Shoot the lights out high until it's bright out. Oh, just another lonely night. Are you willing to sacrifice your life?
Bitch, I'm a monster, no good blood sucker. Fat motherfucker, now look who's in trouble. As you run through my jungles, all you hear is rumbles. Kanye West samples, here's one for example.
Gossip, nigga, just stop it. Everybody know
I'm a motherfucking monster.
I'ma need to see your fucking hands at the concert. I'ma need to see your fucking hands at the concert. Profit, nigga, I got it. Everybody know I'm a motherfucking monster. I'ma need to see your fucking hands.
This kind of like muted beat thing they're doing a lot throughout this album is so interesting.
Let's talk more here right now, huh? And my eyes more red.
It's almost like it's like under the floor, like in the other apartment.
Ain't nobody cold as this. Do the rap and a track, triple double, no assist. And my only focus is staying on some bogus shit. Arguing with my older bitch, acting like I owe a shit. I heard the beat, the same raps that gave the track pain. Bought the chain that always give me back pain. Fucking up my money, so yeah, I had to act sane. Shy nigga, but these hoes love my accent. Shit came up to me and said, this the number 2 dial. If you wanna make it number 1, you're number 2 now. Miss that goose in Malibu, I call it Malibu, yeah. Goddamn easy, I would hit 'em with a new style. Know that motherfucker, well, what you gon' do now? Whatever I wanna do, gosh, it's cool now. Now I'm gonna do, it's new now. Do you motherfucker really need to cool out? Cause you'll never get on top of this. So mommy, best advice is just to get on top of this. Have you ever had sex with a pharaoh? I put the pussy in a sarcophagus. Now she claiming that I bruised her esophagus. Head of the class and she just wanna swallow shit. I'm living in the future, so the present is my past. My presence is a present, kiss my ass. Gossip, nigga, just stop it. Everybody know I'm a motherfucking monster. I'ma need to see your fucking hands at the concert. I'ma need to see your fucking hands at the concert. Profit, nigga, I got it. Everybody know I'm a motherfucking monster. I'ma need to see your fucking hands at the concert. I'ma need to see your fucking hand.
Sasquatch, Godzilla, King Kong, Loch Ness, Goblin, Ghoul, a zombie with no conscience. Question, what do these things all have in common? Everybody knows I'm a motherfucking monster. Conquer, stop your silly nonsense. None of you niggas know where the swamp is. None of you niggas have seen the carnage that I've seen. I still hear fiends scream in my dreams. Murder in black convertibles. I kill a block, I murder the avenues. I rape and pillage a village, women and children. Everybody wanna know what my Achilles heel is. Love, I don't get enough of it. All I get is these vampires.
I've never heard Jay-Z like this like breathy.
Niggas I made millionaires, milling about, spilling their feelings in the air. All I see is these fake fucks with no fangs, trying to draw blood from my ice cold veins. I smell a massacre, seems to be the only way to back you bastards.
Gossip, nigga, just stop it. Everybody know I'm a motherfucking monster. I'ma need to see your fucking hands at the concert. I'ma need to see your fucking hands at the concert. Profit, nigga, I got it. Everybody know I'm a motherfucking monster. I'ma need to see your fucking hands at the concert. I'ma need to see your fucking hand.
Pull up in a monster automobile gangster with a bad bitch that came from Sri Lanka. Yeah, I'm in a tanka, color a Willy Wonka. You could be the king, but watch the queen conquer. Okay, first things first, I'll eat your brains. Then I'ma start rocking gold teeth and fangs. Cause that's what a motherfucking monster do. Hairdresser from Milan, that's the monster do. Monster Giuseppe Hill, that's the monster show. Young Money is the roster and
I love that like vibrato she's doing.
Pull up in the bank with the funny face. And if I'm fake, I ain't know this cause my money ain't. Let me get this straight. Wait, I'm the rookie, but my features and my shows 10 times your pay. 50K for
Nicki is so like
my money's so tall that my Barbie's gotta climb it. Hotter than the Middle East and climb it. Dirty, whine it. Nicki on them titties when I sign it. How these niggas sell one
Nicki is bad, dude. Dude, I don't even, I'm just finding myself speechless after so many of these. I love, and I've shared this, like one of the things I love about Kendrick's rapping is just the playfulness within his voice at times. And Nicki is so good at that. There's another rapper I haven't listened to. He's just been blowing up on shorts, and he's got a new album coming out that I'm really interested in. His name's Professor, but I think he goes by Prof. I've mentioned him on here before. But in his shorts, he does the same things. Like, he just has these really funny, quirky voicings that I love. I love that playfulness side of rap. And it's just so, oh gosh, dude, everything about this probably a standout on the album for me so far. I mean, he just got the whole gang on this album, and it's stupid. I think I saw it was like one of the most, if not the most expensive album. And I don't know if that includes the music videos. I can't imagine that it does, but it could. Because some of the music videos, I feel like the Power one alone has got to be crazy expensive. But I think it was like $3 million or something. I'm sure a lot of these features, or I don't know exactly if it's an upfront cost or they just get paid off the rights and they know this, that the album's going to go nuts anyways. Obviously, one of the things they're leaning into on this album is the voice distortion and distortion in a lot of areas, which is cool because you also saw that on Kid Cudi's Man on the Moon. Which, when was Man on the Moon around this time? Let me see. It was like 2010, 2011? Man on the Moon, 2009, which was a big thing with his album, you know, that distortion sound. Listen, when I'm listening to this song, and even 808s and Heartbreak, you know, like, I know there are some people out there that really only rock with Kanye up like the first 3 albums. I don't know what reality you live in to think that like it goes down after that. And I like the projects, each project for its own unique things. Obviously the first 3 albums just are so great. 808s and Heartbreak is its kind of own thing to me. Loved it, but it's just so widely different. I can't even put it in the same place. But man, it takes 808s and Heartbreaks and a lot of the things going on there and just elevates it, but brings a whole level of energy. Kind of like 808s and Heartbreak is this mourning, loss time, and this album feels like once you pick yourself back up off the floor and get back to work, you know. And it's just crazy. And I don't even know what was going on all in this because I was just so like, everything's going so fast. So I'm excited to kind of re-listen to it and really hear the lyrical content. But everybody's just going so crazy on it and the beat and everything that I was lost in the sauce. One of the most highlighted posse cuts. I love that. I think I saw that on a different album. Obviously, that idea of getting everybody on it. Of 2010, Kanye, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj boast on how they're a monster on the mic. That's what I was doing there. I was doing Frankenstein. Listen, I know I'm unk, okay? I know I'm cringe. But when my daughter has a wedding, I'm gonna be on the dance floor. Fittingly, the song comes with a couple of horror movie references. In a September 2010 MTV News interview, Rick Ross explained the origin behind the song. I was actually in the studio with Kanye in Hawaii when he played the concept for me. I was blown away. I had the opportunity to sit in the studio while Nicki wrote her verse just off the record. That's cool. I would kill for behind the scenes. The song was originally released as a Good Friday track on August 2010 before Ye replaced it with the Runaway Love remix with himself, Justin Bieber, and Raekwon. He then re-released Monster on October 2010 as the third single from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Runaway Love remix. Because there is a bonus track on this album. Okay, that's not the one. I'm going to have to look that one up. I love me some Bieber. The song's official music video, directed by Jake Nava, features dark horror-related imagery with references with several horror movies such as American Psycho and Saw. Became widely controversial in release, with media's labeling it as graphic, racist, and sexist. As a result, it was banned on MTV and removed from Kanye's YouTube account. Oh no! Is it on Apple? Which one was this? Monster? I don't see it down here. I'm sure we can find it. Is there a music video? Yes, it was removed from Kanye's YouTube channel due to the dark themes. The music video has several references. Okay. Music was widely controversial. Content of the video was described as weird, disturbing in nature. I mean, it can't be any more weird or disturbing than the actual movies themselves. I've never watched American Psycho. I don't think I could stomach it. I've watched scenes just because I have dark curiosity, but I don't think I could watch the whole thing, dude. And I don't really get into. I saw a few Saw movies when I was younger. It's just not my thing. I was actually in the studio with Kanye in Hawaii when he played the concept for me. I was blown away. I had the opportunity to sit in the studio while Nicki wrote her. Oh, we just read that. I watched her come up with what I feel is one of the dopest verses of the year. Hey, there's a suit right there. I think I said tux earlier. I know I'm not wearing a tux. I don't even like Nicki. She still murdered the song. Not sure if Nicki made Jay-Z look bad or if his verse was already whack on its own. The point Nicki's making, a point that annotators missed, is that a monster is symbolic for rappers, predominantly male. She's not being taken seriously as a female rapper. So in the first few lines, she's saying how she's going to start acting like your cliche rapper. She says, I'm going to start rocking gold teeth and fangs, because that's what a monster do. She's got the monster automobile, the monster designers. She's in the monster crew. She goes on to say that despite her accomplishments, she's still being considered a rookie. She pretends to be one of her criticizers. Forget Barbie, forget Nicki, because she's fake. Near the end, she continued to boast her status, killing careers. No one is on her level. She's going to give them, her criticizers, whiplash. Her last lines are iconic. Her verse, first is it slayed, and second, the rap music you live for was just spit by a girl. She's a monster because she's a legitimate rapper. She just proved it. Yeah, I loved it. I'm looking forward to hearing some of Nicki's stuff on her own. Oh, man. That was wild. Y'all want to listen to it again? Okay, this is track 7, titled So Appalled. Jay-Z, Pusha T, Prynce High, Swizz Beatz, and RZA.
One hand in the air if you don't really care. Two hands in the air if you don't really care. It's like that sometimes, I mean ridiculous. It's like that sometimes, this shit ridiculous. One hand in the air if you don't really care. Middle finger in the air if you don't really care. It's like that sometimes, man, ridiculous. Life can be sometimes
should I begin this? I'm just so offended. How am I even mentioned by all these fucking beginners? I'm so appalled, I might buy them all, just to show niggas how much more I have in store. I'm fresher than you all, so I don't have to pause. All of y'all can suck my balls through my drawers. Dark night feeling, die and be a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. I went from the favorite to the most
Shout out to Batman.
Would you rather be underpaid or overrated? More victories is for minor league coaches. And yeah, already told you we major you cockroaches. Show me where the boats is, Ferrari test the roasters. The hammer went broke, so you know I'm more focused. I lost 30 mil, so I spent another 30. Cause unlike Hammer, 30 million can't hurt me. Fucking insane, what the fuck am I saying? Not only am I fly, I'm fucking not playing. All these little bitches, too big for their britches, burning their little bridges. Fucking ridiculous.
Champagne wishes, 30 white bitches. I mean, the shit is fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. I mean, the shit is fucking ridiculous.
5-star dishes, different exotic fishes. Man, this shit is fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
Success is what you make it, take it how it come. A 500,000 20s like a billion where I'm from. An arrogant drug dealer, the legend I become. CNN said I'll be dead by 21. Blackjack, I just pulled an ace as you looking at the king in his face. Everything I dream, motherfuckers, I'm watching it take shape. Watching you, I'm just a young rich nigga that lacks faith. Range Rover, leather roof.
This is like your pure rap song, dude.
Like I'm in bed with Mother Goose. Them hoes coming in a baker's dozen, claiming they was with me when they know they really wasn't. I keep the city's best, never said she was the brightest. So if you had her too, it don't affect me in the slightest. I never met a bitch that didn't need a little guidance, so I dismiss her past until she disappoints your highness. I speak the gospel, hostile. Tony doing time for what he did to nostrils. Paranoid mind, I'm still under the watchful eye of the law. Aspire for more. Them kilos came, we gave you Bobby Brown jaw. Flaws ain't flaws when it's you that makes the call. Flow similar to the legends of the falls. Spilling, I own you all.
If you don't really care, 2 hands
Flow, the falls.
If you don't really care, it's like that sometimes. I mean ridiculous. It's like that sometimes. This shit ridiculous. 1 hand in the air. If you don't really care, middle finger in the air. If you don't really care, it's like that sometimes, man. Ridiculous. Life can be sometimes ridiculous.
I am so outrageous. I wear my pride on my sleeve like a bracelet. If God had an iPod, I'd be on this playlist. My phrases amazing, the faces and places, the favorite. My cup overrunneth with hundreds. Dummy, damn, it's hard not for me to waste it. The new commandment, thou should not hate, kid. My movement is like the civil rights. I'm Ralph David. Abernathy, so call my lady Rosa Parks. I am nothing like the niggas, baby, those are marks. I met this girl on Valentine's Day, fucked her in May. She found out about April, so she chose the March. Damn, another broken heart. I keep bitches by the twos, nigga, Noah's Ark. I got a 7 on me, I call my Joe Lamar. Plus a Trojan in my pocket, Matt Liner. GAT in the Pathfinder. Cause you haters got PhDs. Y'all just some major haters and some math minors. Tiger Woods don't make me grab iron.
Hey yo, champagne
Wow,
wishes.
a lot of great references in that.
You know the shit is fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. You know the shit is.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
Cars for the missus and furs for the mistress. You know that shit is fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. You know the shit is fucking ridiculous. 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 Fucking ridiculous. 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 Fucking ridiculous. 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 Fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
1 hand in the air. If you don't really care.
Everyone really brought their A game, dude.
If you don't really care,
It's a cool track.
sometimes I mean ridiculous. It's like that sometimes. This shit ridiculous. 1 hand in the air. If you don't really care, middle finger in the air. If you don't really care, it's like that sometimes, man. Ridiculous. Life can be sometimes ridiculous.
Need to fix the gaping hole on my shelf now. Yeah. Uno momento. Okay, I think I just put all those in upside down. Shout out to The Dark Knight. Yeah, I mean, that's just like this rap showcase, you know? And I love the that's what I'm looking for. Not the spirit in which they went out of the spirit of the song. Because I really like the, you know, even on, what am I saying? On Late Registration, some of my favorite tracks were like Drive Slow, you know, and those kind of darker, somewhat slower raps that kind of really have that street feel to them. And that's what this felt like to me. All right, let's see here. So Appalled was originally released as part of the Good Friday series on September 2010. What is the Good Friday series? So let's see. Good Fridays was a weekly free music release by rapper Kanye West, launched in support of his 5th studio album. And again, for his 7th album, The Life of Pablo, the original intention was to release a free new song every Friday for a few months to promote his album, and the weekly tracks generally featured various rappers from his label and other artists he usually collaborated with. All of the Good Friday tracks come with their own cover art. West initially announced that the free music program releases songs from August 2010 to Christmas 2010. However, at the beginning of November, West announced that he was extending Good Fridays until the end of January, although this never ended up happening. So 15 were released through the program, and 3 appeared on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Meanwhile, a remix to Power was released as the first song in the series, an alternate version of the remix of Justin Bieber's Runaway Love was released on remix I'll Never Say Never, the remix song Leave for Trouble. Okay. So some of these tracks just exist on their own, or is there like a EP or something? At one point, the song was due to be scrapped after leaking. However, Pusha T persuaded West to add it to his album regardless. It was actually just Ye on it. I'd already raved over the record because it leaked. I was like, listen, there's no way this can't be on your album. You'd have to be crazy. He's like, really? You think so? Like, come on, man. We got to stop treating rap like, oh, it came out, it's dead. When it's good, we have to make people love it and digest it. Well, we can all thank Pusha T. Sci-Hi, y'all can let me know. The Prynce was brought in to perform the hook duties, but after Kanye fell asleep in the studio, he recorded a full verse that West ended up keeping. That's awesome. Swizz Beatz later revealed a minor gripe he has with his vocals on the track. I just never understood why my part was never cleaned up. If you hear, my voice skips on it. I don't know if he didn't want to mess with my craft. I don't know what it was, but everything was last minute. Every time I hear it, it drives me crazy. That's so interesting because I was going to point out the skip, you know, at first, because sometimes the platform skips when I'm doing this, but it happened twice with his verses, I believe, and I thought it was intentional, you know, and I was going to comment, oh, I like how they're doing a little like just tiny little dropout, because again, like my foray into making music and beat making, that's something I want to utilize more, are these opportunities to drop things out. And I've never really even thought about it on the lyrics, especially if you've got a word or a flow that, you know, your brain kind of already links it and can finish it on its own. So it's not like you're missing something in it. It just is a little accent mark. So I thought it was cool. I feel like it's a verse that's a standout moment. This is Pusha T for me, and a lot of people took notice at that point. If they weren't noticing before, they definitely took notice at that time because everybody else was on the track, and to have a stellar verse like that. No ID said a lot of those records I'd come in with the music. Kanye, so this is a repeat, or well, I guess just maybe another mention of it. When it was being made in Hawaii, it was just Kanye and Pusha on it. I remember Jay coming in and saying, "Oh, word, you're just not going to put me on that record?" The record was something we'd initially cut for Blueprint 3. The files got lost. Oh, that sucks. So the record was in limbo because we couldn't find the files. We're just searching everywhere for that beat. Jay didn't hear it again until Pusha and Ye were on it, and then we added C-High later. Funny thing is, when it didn't happen, when it didn't end up going to Jay, me and Ye were in the studio in California, and Ye started freestyling verses and said, I'm going to give this to Puff. I was like, are you sure? Somehow that version that Ye did for Puff leaked on the internet. Didn't end up making dirty money, but it was too good to just be left as an internet leak, so it eventually became Ye's record. The May, April, March line was sick. One of my personal favorites on the album. Why does everyone hate it so much? Why does everybody hate what? I don't get it, man. Nobody realized that Push could be referring to Kanye's previous line when he says, until she disappoints your highness. I was curious about the line where he says, I need more covers. Is he saying, like, if he's not wearing condoms, he's having kids and he needs to make more songs to pay for them? Monogamy is a state of having a sexual relationship with only one partner. Did he say monogamy in here? We above the law. Kanye rejects his law, has thirsty women at his beck and call. He's not practicing with a condom. Yeezy's going to need more bed sheets. Oh, okay. I thought he was trying to say, like, I need more rubbers, and if I don't use rubbers, I need more covers. Like, I need more songs to go out to pay for all of that. And then Tony Nostrils? Did I not read that right? Tony. I see Tony here. Tony doing time for what he did to Nostrils. While Mark, Matthew, Luke, and John wrote the Gospels of the New Testament, Pusha writes about his own life and his raps. Everything he says we consider absolute truth. Anthony Tony Gonzalez is Pusha's Duo Clips' former manager. He was sentenced to 32 years imprisonment in 2009 for leading a multi-million-dollar cocaine ring. Cocaine is often snorted, hence Nostrils. Oh my gosh. Hostile. Tony doing time for what he did to Nostrils. Man. Them kilos came, we gave you Bobby Brown jaw. Bobby Brown's the husband of Whitney Houston, an unknown drug addict. He attributes his crooked jaw to a mild stroke from heroin in 2001. Man, yeah, there's just so many references in this track. All right. Let's move on to track number 8. This is Devil in a New Dress. Hey, if you're enjoying this video and you want access to hundreds of hours of additional content from dozens of artists, then check out my Patreon. That's where we host music videos, live performances, exclusive live streams, behind the scenes content, documentaries, and you get the ability to help vote on the albums we listen to here on the channel. Patreon is the best way to support this channel, and you can get access to the entire library, past, present, and future for just $5. Join the amazing community that we're building over there, and I try to make it worth your time and your money. All right, let's get back into it.
I love it though. I love it though. You know? Put your hands to the constellations. The way you look should be a sin. You my sensation. I know I'm preaching to the congregation. We love Jesus, but you done learned a lot from Satan. I mean, a nigga did a lot of waiting. We ain't married, but tonight I need some consummation. May the Lord forgive us, may the gods be with us. In that magic hour, I seen good Christians make brash decisions. Oh, she do it, what happened to religion? Oh, she lose it, she putting on her makeup, she casually allured. Text message breakups, the casualty of tour. How she gon' wake up and not love me no more? I thought I was the asshole, I guess it's rubbing off. Hood phenomenon, the LeBron of rhyme. Hard to be humble when you stuntin' on a jumbotron. I'm looking at her like, this what you really wanted, huh? Why we argue anyway? Oh, I forgot it's summertime. Put your hands to the constellations. The way you look should be a sin, you my sensation. I know I'm preaching to the congregation. We love Jesus, but she done learned a lot from Satan. Satan. I mean, your nigga did a lot of waiting. We ain't married, but tonight I need some consummation. When the sun go down, it's the magic hour. The magic hour. And out of all the colors that'll fill up the skies, you got green on your mind. I can see it in your eyes. Why you standing there with your face screwed up? Don't leave while you're hot, that's how Mace screwed up. Throwing shit around, the whole place screwed up. Maybe I should call Mace so he could pray for us. I hit the Jamaican spot at the bar, take a seat. I ordered your jerk, she said you are what you eat. You see, I always love the sense
I like some jerk wings.
But tonight you should have seen how
Caribbean jerk.
Was the Leo Cone, a Dior Om, that's Dior Om, that Dior homie. The crib Scarface, could it be more Tony? You love me for me, could you be more phony? Put your hands to the constellation. The way you look should be a sin, you my sensation. Haven't said a word to me this evening. Cat, got your tongue?
There's great instrumentation on this album. Not expecting this long of a solo section. It's really great.
Looking at my bitch, I bet she give your ass a bone. Looking at my wrist, it'll turn your ass to stone. Stretch limousine, sipping rosé all alone. Double-headed monster with a mind of his own. Cherry red chariot, excess is just my character. All black tux, nigga shoes lavender. I never needed acceptance from all you outsiders. Had ciphers with Yeezy before his mouth wired. Before his jaw shattered, climbing up the Lord's ladder. We still speeding, running signs like they don't matter. Hater talking never made me mad. Never that, not when I'm in my favorite paper tag. Therefore, G4's at the Clearport. When it come to tools, fool, I'm a pep boy. When it came to dope, I was quick to export. Never tired of ballin', so it's on to the next sport. New Mercedes sedan, the Lex Sport. So many cars, DMV thought it was mail fraud. Different traps I was getting mail from. Polk County, Jacksonville, Rake, Melbourne. Whole click appetites had tapeworms, spinning Teddy Pendergrass, final as my Jay Burns. I shed a tear before the night's over. God bless the man I put the sights over. Getting Tupac money twice over. Still a real nigga, red Gucci sweater, dice roller. I'm making love to the angel of death. Catching feelings, never stumble, retracing my steps.
All right, let's see what we can find out here. This is, oh, I'm on the wrong thing. It keeps putting me into the Good Fridays. Devil in a New Dress. Produced by Bink. Devil in a New Dress finds Kanye using familiar religious imagery, contemplating all kinds of nasty thoughts about his girl. Perhaps an ode to Amber Rose, Kanye's now ex-girlfriend and muse, whose figure could have only been forged in the depths of hell by the evil one in a good way. Devil in a New Dress was initially released as a solo version. The title, of course, is a pun on Motown singer Shorty Long's 1964 debut single, Devil with the Blue Dress. That became a pop hit 2 years later for Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels with the slightly modified title Devil with a Blue Dress On, as well as being a reference to the 1990 Walter Mosley book, Devil in a Blue Dress, which was adapted into a 1995 film starring Denzel Washington and Don Cheadle. Huh? How have I never seen that? Man, I love stuff like that. You know, it just has this history. Devil in a New Dress? Or wait, was it Devil in a Blue Dress? Look at this, man. Old Denzel. Well, young Denzel. I've never seen this. This isn't the one where he's like the mob guy, is it? Man, I love dipping back into 90s movies I haven't seen. Fresh off the success of his Teflon Don album, Miami rapper Rick Ross spits what is often regarded as one of the finest verses of his career. It's not the first verse he wrote for the track. When I recorded that verse for the first time, Kanye came in, heard it, told me he thought I could do better. He walked out. Then I wrote another one. The second verse I wrote is the one you hear on the album. Bink said the following: Kanye sent me out to Hawaii to work with him, and I was actually just holding my laptop, and the beat came on in my iTunes. He heard it through my laptop speakers, and he was immediately intrigued. I wasn't even going to play it for him. That's amazing. He overheard it and asked, "What's that?" "It's another joint I got." And he was like, "Bounce that down, let me hit that." So he hopped right in the booth, and the first thing he said was, "I love it though." And the first line he came up with was, "She loved Jesus, but she learned a lot from Satan." They didn't call it Devil in a New Dress at the time. They called it something else. It's called Magic Hour. So when Devil in a New Dress came out, I didn't know anything about that. That's so funny. Mike Dean later added his guitar solo to Bink's track that sampled Smokey Robinson's "Will You Love Me Tomorrow" and patched together the section at 352 mark with the section at 207 to create one seamless track. That's cool. I want to get into some of this stuff like Smokey Robinson. I don't think I could name a single song, but obviously I've heard the name plenty. Kanye said, I got a call. Or Rick said, I got a call. They wanted me to be part of that record. It was actually the last day before Kanye had to turn the record in. And I think that pressure just made it that much more special to me. So I sat there, approached the record openly, straightforward as I could. When I laid the verse 30 minutes later, I was extremely happy. Sent it to him, and he was too. I think it was one of the dopest verses I did this year. That's awesome. I was never a fan of Ross, but where did that verse come from? It fit the song perfectly. One of the best, arguably the best Rick Ross verse ever. Okay. Curious, was this Maze? Maybe I should call Maze so he could pray for us. Rapper Maze left the rap game after some great success, especially his debut album. Kanye doesn't want his girl to ruin their relationship like Maze did his lucrative music career by leaving while things are still good. Yeah, because don't leave while you're hot. That's how Maze screwed up. Maybe I should call Maze. So after giving up, he became a pastor, making him the go-to guy for rappers dealing with religious issues. Kanye West may also be gifting us a double entendre, hot referring both to Maze's fame, success, Kanye's lady's anger. In other words, he advises the girl not to leave while she's hot, heated, pissed off, like Maze exiting the rap game when he was hot, famous, successful. Well, sounds like he made the decision he wanted to make. I was curious because it kind of had this like Medusa type feel when he said, turn you to looking at my wrist, it'll turn you to stone. I was trying to piece that together because I know even like there are some trolls that turn to stone in the sun. The jewelry on his wrist is like Greek mythology's Medusa. Gazing upon her would turn onlookers to stone. Rosé wears a watch by Versace since their logo is the head of Medusa. Dang, that's good. Wow. And then the paper tag. Hater talking never made me mad. Never that. Not when I'm in my favorite paper tag. Haters never upset Ricky, especially when he's in his favorite brand new car, fresh off the lot with the paper plates. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, gotcha. Right. Like when you buy a new car, it just has that like cardboard or paper plate on it because it's brand new. Okay. This is... Sorry, it's being funny on me again. Okay, this is track number 9, Runaway, featuring Pusha T. That's cool. Oh, I've heard this. So good.
I don't like the most. So I think it's time for us to have a toast. Let's have a toast for
I've heard this the keystrokes in that "Look at Ya" line somewhere. Legendary.
Gotta never take work off. Baby, I got a plan. Run away fast as you can. Find pictures in my email. I sent this bitch.
Is this original or is this a sample?
I don't know what it is with females, but I'm not too good at that shit. See, I can have me a good girl and still be addicted to them hood rats. And I just blame everything on you. At least you know that's what I'm good at. And I always find, I always find something wrong. You've been putting up with my shit just way too long. I'm so gifted at finding what I don't like the most. So I think it's time for us to have a toast. Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the assholes.
Dude, who produced this?
For the scumbags. Every one of them that I know. Let's have a toast for the jerk-offs. Gotta never take work off. Baby, I got a plan. Run away fast as you can.
Run away from me, baby. Run away from me, baby. Run away. Then let me get crazy. Run away.
It's so long.
Run away as fast as you can. Run away from me, baby. Run away from me, baby. Run away, then I'm about to get crazy. Why can't she just run away? Baby, I got a plan. Run away as fast as you can.
24/7, 365. Pussy stays on my mind. I did it. Alright, I admit it. Now pick your next move. You can leave or live with it. Ichabod Crane with that motherfucking top off. Split and go where? Back to wearing knockoffs.
Another Sleepy Hollow reference.
Neiman, shop it off. Let's talk over my ties. Waitress, top it off. Hoes like vultures wanna fly in your Freddy loafers. You can't blame them. They ain't never seen Versace sofas. Every bag, every blouse, every bracelet comes with a price tag. Baby, face it. You should leave if you can't accept the basics. Plenty holes in a baller nigga matrix. Invisibly set, the Rolex is faceless. I'm just young, rich, and tasteless. P.
Never was much of a romantic. I could never take the intimacy. And I know it did damage. Cause the look in your eyes is killing me. I guess you knew an advantage. Cause you could blame me for everything. And I don't know how I'ma manage if one day you just up and leave. And I always find something wrong. You've been putting up with my shit just way too long. I'm so gifted at finding what I don't like the most. So I think it's time for us to have a toast. Let's have a toast for the douchebags. Let's have a toast for the assholes. Let's have a toast for the scumbags. Every one of them that I know. Let's have a toast for the jerk-offs. Gotta never take work off. Baby, I got a plan. Run away fast as you can.
It's a 3.5 minute instrumental. It's kind of what I was talking about, how you can use a voice to kind of produce this electric guitar sound. Yeah, that beat was insane. It's a fun one to just sit in too, like even there in the end. I think it probably would have been a good thing to maybe produce a regular and like an extended version. But just let it play. Because obviously trying to utilize his voice as an instrument. I wanted to look real quick at this outro to see if maybe they even had if he was actually singing something audible. The outro contains Kanye singing the first 4 lines of the hook through a vocoder. Begins with West mumbling something along the lines of "Where the pianos," before the vocal effects drowns out what is audible in his words to the point. It could be interpreted that the purpose of the outro is a fantasy of escape through pure catharsis, with the vocoder literalizing Kanye's ability to transform his personal shortcomings into art. As a result, the words take on an emotional, primal, more visceral sound. Another interpretation was proposed by Chicago Sun-Times writer Thomas Connor, who wrote, "The last 4 minutes find him humming and singing, but his voice is auto-tuned and distorted beyond perceptibility. What's he saying or singing? Can't really make it out, can't really understand him, which, no doubt, how he feels his clumsy public statements are often received." The piano, the echoing voice in the background, the distortion on his singing, the vocoder solo, every single element of this track is spine-tingling, hauntingly beautiful. Combine that with Pusha's verse, and it becomes Greek tragedy rap. It takes the cliched ideas of power, sex, money, and removes all the glamour from them. West has stated the song serves as a toast to the douchebags. West weaves a tale through topics such as his relationship with Amber Rose, his arrogance, insecurity, and sorrow. Pusha T spoke about his emotional state during the writing process. "I wrote Runaway 4 times, and what he does not know to this day is that I was going through a relationship scandal in my life. So this man is asking me to write a song about a relationship and to say that I'm the biggest douchebag ever. He's telling me, yo, you need to be more douchebag. We need more douchebag. We need more cowbell. I didn't want to say to him, dog, I don't know if I even have douchebag in me right now. I've been jammed up. It's hard for me to even tap into that part because I'm remorseful." Producer Pete Rock added, "Kanye played Runaway, and as soon as I heard the drums come in, I just started laughing. He used my drums from Mecca and the Soul Brother." 1992 album. I used these drums in an interlude before this record called The Basement, and those drums come on before the song. Never heard anybody make a song the way he made it out of those drums. Thought that was genius. He premiered Runaway at the 2010 MTV Video. Whoa. 1 year after his infamous "I'ma Let You Finish" interruption. Oh, they better have that video. That'd be crazy. That's a crazy environment to premiere a song like that. Kanye said that song is just the perfect example of the brilliance of This isn't Kanye speaking. It says Emile via Complex. "It's a brilliance of Kanye as a producer. I got to witness that dude's genius. I was lucky enough to go out to Hawaii to work on Cudi's album, Man on the Moon 2. Can't wait to get to that. We decided to go out there because Kanye was working on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and we're all kind of a team. The way that works is that I was working on Cudi's album, and it's all very communal. It's Kanye's studio, and Cudi would be there. Kanye's whole team would be there. Everybody who's at the studio does music. It was late one night. We were hanging out. Kanye asked me if I had any beats, and I started playing him some beats. Pretty low, no big deal. We were just chilling, playing some beats. Didn't know if I had anything that great because his album's production was coming out so next level. I had some beats, but I was already in the process of working on songs from scratch. I was like, yeah, I got some stuff. I'll play you some ideas. I had a beat and I played it. It was the foundation of Runaway. It's pretty different from the production now, but something about it, the chord progression, or the way I put together the chords must have rung out to him. And that piano opening, dude, I don't know if they're going to speak about that. I hope that they do. It's just so good. Because, like, wherever I've heard that song, probably in a trailer or something like that, it was such a hype sound at certain parts. it's become, what's the song that dun 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 dun, that other rap, I can't think of it right now, but it's the one that people like, as soon as you play it on piano, everybody knows what it is. That's what this kind of is in my mind, because the moment you've got that one key, bum, 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 but then as soon as it goes up, you know, bum, bum, like as soon as it happens, I was like, oh, you know, I think it's become so iconic. It was pretty amazing to watch. He heard the beat once and asked the guy to play it one more time. Was like, okay, put it into Pro Tools. When he said that, the room was like, oh. He probably had listened to the beat for 4 times and got in the booth and almost verbatim to what's on the song today. Just did it. That's crazy. I don't know if he wrote it in his head in those 4 minutes, but he just got in the booth and was like, yeah, I always find something wrong. And almost the whole song just came out. Something about the chords, the way the music worked, I don't know, just hit him and worked out perfectly. The lyrics, could you imagine being in the room? Be a fly on the wall. The lyrics and the concept were what they were. That's when the Kanye West Genius producer mode came into play. Totally reproduced the record, kept working on it along with Jeff Basker, who played the piano line and played a lot of the keys on it. He's one of my favorite producers too. Those two guys really went in on the production. I was upstairs doing Cudi's thing, and I just kept hearing the song just get better and better and better. Kanye is a super producer in the truest sense of the word. He turned it into this epic song. It's just a beautiful record. It's a masterpiece. He always is like, thank you for Runaway. Thank you for sparking that. He's very cool about that. Very appreciative. I'm like, dude, you're the one who made it this amazing record. Thank you for making my beat that was pretty good into this amazing song. I love that. Kanye admits he has some problems, but instead of saying he's sorry, he prefers to suggest to this girl to run away from him because he's not able to change. Man, devastating song too, right? This track in really, really underrated. How's it? I don't know. I mean, I'm not in enough to know if it's underrated or not, but I think the outro is Kanye trying to communicate with his girl, but his words aren't heard. He can't say what he wants to say, or maybe they're just lost in their lifestyles. One of the best rap beats of all time. I agree, man. Absolutely insane. I don't know if you saw it. Sent me through the window. All right. Moving into track 10. This is Hell of a Life. All right, 1 second. It's doing that thing again. Yeah, the distortion is definitely defining sound on this. That's cool.
I think I just fell in love with a porn star. Turn the camera on, she a born star. Turn the coroners in a foreign car. Call the coroners through the CPR. She gave that old nigga Osa. Bittersweet taste made his gold teeth faint. Make a knee shake, make a priest faint. Make a nun come, make a cremate. Move downtown, cop a sweet space. Living life like we want a sweet space.
I wonder if this is kind of inspires the album art.
I'ma levitate, make the devil wait. Yeah. Have you lost your mind? Tell me when you think we crossed the line. No more drugs for me. Pussy and religion is all I need. Grab my hand and baby we'll live a hell of a life. Never in your wildest dreams, never in your wildest dreams, in your wildest. You can hear the loudest screams coming from inside the screen. You a wild bitch. Tell me what I gotta do to be that guy. Said her price go down, she ever fuck a black guy, or do anal, or do a gangbang. It's kinda crazy, that's all considered the same thing. Well, I guess a lot of niggas do gangbang, and if we run trains, we all in the same gang. Runaway slaves all on a chain gang. Bang, 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 bang. Have you lost your mind? Tell me when you think we crossed the line. No more drugs for me. Pussy and religion is all I need.
I can't tell if he's speaking against some of these things. It's like an old video game, some Castlevania.
One day I'm gonna marry a porn star. We'll have a big ass crib and a long yard. We'll have a mansion and some fly maids. Nothing to hide, we both screwed the bridesmaids. She wanna role play till I roll over. I'ma need a whole day, at least roll Doja. What party is we going to on Oscar Day? Especially if she can't get that dress from Oscar Day. Lorenta, they wouldn't rent her, they couldn't take the change. That's the dress off her back and told her get away. How could you say they live their life wrong when you never fuck with the lights on?
Fuck with the lights on. With the lights on. Fuck with the lights on. With the lights on. Fuck with the lights on. With the lights on. Fuck with the lights on.
Dude, this is crazy.
Fuck with the lights on. With the lights on. Fuck with the lights on. With the lights on.
Have you lost your mind? Tell me when you think we crossed the line. No more drugs for me. Pussy and religion is all I need. Grab my hand and baby we'll live a hell of a honeymoon on the dance floor. And got divorced by the end of the night. That's one hell of a lie.
Man, I'm so interested to see what they say about this track. You got Ozzy Osbourne? Please don't moan in my ear. It's making me very uncomfortable. I didn't like the end of that. That beat was crazy, man. And I want to find out again, like what really, you know, is it supposed to be as straightforward as it sounds? Because I couldn't tell if he was also like being critical of something. Thematic of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy centered around pros and cons of fame. Hell of a Life is the culminating ode to the corrupt use of it to have a one-night stay with a porn star. A porn actress also represents the equivalent to a musical superstar in terms of visibility and openness to the public. Yeah, like with the lights on comment, I was like, man, I just feel like there's something more there. Like maybe it has to do with just like always being in the light, you know? Same within Pinocchio's story, you know, I'm talking about like you don't have a bad day or don't trip up or whatever, because everybody's always watching. Like you can't make a mistake, you can't make a misstep, whether that's in your personal life or in your music career, you know, because you're so criticized for everything that you do. While talking about the making with Complex, Nicki Minaj said Kanye really likes watching porn, which he did say in some. We watched. Was it the Hollywood Bowl? We watched the 808s and Heartbreak. We did it as a live stream over on Patreon. It's still over there for replay. But before that, we watched some clips of like Kanye's most hilarious moments. And on a talk show, somebody said something about what gets you in trouble with your wife or something like that. And he said, my phone or the internet. He said the internet. Let's see here. So I go to the studio. He has nothing but pictures of naked women on his computer that he'd invite me to look at. That's weird. They were really artsy pictures, but you know he loves nudity, so it was a complete shock to me because I thought I had him all figured out, but I didn't. He was watching porn when we were in the studio. No shame in his game. That's awkward. An interesting aspect of this song is that despite the title, you never once hear Kanye say the F in life, making it sound like hell of a life. Hell of a lie. Interesting. For the entirety of the song, this could mean that Kanye deems the famous lifestyles as a lie to those who aren't in it and are dreaming of it. The missing F sound is prominent in the meaning of these lines. I think I fell in love and got married in the bathroom, honeymoon on the dance floor, got divorced by the end of the night. That's one hell of a lie. This tells us his fantasies were an illusion. Well, and maybe if it's speaking about fame as well, the same way that, you know, that is the same way that pornography presents an unrealistic view of sex, you know, within the confines of an actual relationship, which is the damaging side for sure of that, other than like the things that it does to the chemistry, especially of a young man's brain, but kind of setting you up for failure if you think that your sex life with a committed partner should represent pornography. Could be in the same way that like much of an artist's life can feel like a performance and is a bit of a lie. Oh, the irony. Kanye saw his future. People be saying Kanye could see his future, but are forgetting he also said that will never appear on Spotify. Obviously, I don't have context for what they're speaking about because I don't know anything of the future, only what is the present within this. I need to know who produced on this, though. I need to look up a chart of all of the producers on these tracks. It was produced by Kanye, Mike Caren, and No ID. Additionally, Mike Dean served as a co-producer. Oh, wait, why is Ozzy Osbourne credited? They didn't work on it specifically. The melody of the song is taken from Black Sabbath's song Iron Man. That's Iron Man, right? Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to listen out for that. Oh, it's Black Sabbath sample because I guess these are other Black Sabbath members. Okay, this is track 11, titled Blame Game, featuring John Legend.
Whose fault?
Let's play the blame game. I love you more. Let's play the
call our names. I hate you more. Let's call our names for sure. I'll call you bitch for short. As a last resort and my first resort. You call me motherfucker for long. At the end of it, you know we both were wrong. But I love to play the game. I love you more. Let's play the game for sure. Let's call our names. I hate you more. Let's call our names for sure.
On the bathroom wall, I wrote, I'd rather argue with you than to be with someone else. I took a piss and dismissed it like fuck it, and I went and found somebody else. Fuck arguing or harvesting the feelings, yo, I'd rather be by my fucking self. Till about 2 a.m. and I call back and I hang up and I start to blame myself. Somebody help.
Let's play the blame game. I love you more. Let's play the blame game for sure. Let's call our names. I hate you more. Let's call our names for sure.
You weren't perfect, but you made life worth it. Stick around, some real feelings might surface. Been a long time since I spoke to you in a bathroom, gripping you up, fucking and choking you. What the hell was I supposed to do? I know you ain't getting this type of dick from that local dude. And if you are, I hope you have a good time, cause I definitely be having mine.
And you ain't finna see up. Mogul get emotional every time I hear about other niggas stroking you. Mine say I hit you, they sitting there consoling you. Rubbing my name through the mud. Who's provoking you? You should be grateful a nigga like me ever noticed you. Now you noticeable and can't nobody get control of you. 1 a.m. and can't nobody get a hold of you. I'm calling your brother's phone like what was I supposed to do? Even though I knew he never told the truth. He was just gonna say whatever that you told him to. At a certain point I had to stop, ask questions. Check out dirt on each other like mud wrestlers. I heard he bought some coke with my money. That ain't right, girl. You getting blackmailed for that white girl. You always said Yeezy, I ain't your right girl. You probably find one of them. I like art type girls. All of the lies. She was called a hype girl, and I was satisfied being in love with the lie. Now who to blame? You to blame? Me to blame for the pain. It be pouring every time when it rains.
Let's play the game. I love
It's a heavy song, man.
more. Let's play the blame game for sure.
Things used to be, now they're not. Anything but us is who we are. Disguising ourselves as secret lovers, we've become public enemies. We walk around like strangers in the street, gone for eternity. We erase one another, so far from where we came. With so much of everything, how do we leave with nothing? Lack of visual empathy equates the meaning of LOVE. Hatred and attitude tear us entirely. Chloe Mitchell.
Let's play the blame game. I love you more. Let's play the blame game for sure. Let's call out names. I hate you more. Let's call out names for sure. I can't love you this much. 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 No, I can't love you this much. I can't love you this much. I can't love you this much.
And I know that you was somewhere doing your thing, and when the phone called, it just rang and rang. You ain't pick up, but your phone accidentally called me back, and I heard the whole thing. I heard the whole thing, whole thing, whole thing, whole thing.
Oh my God. Baby, you done took this shit
Chris Rock.
to another motherfucking level. Now a neighborhood nigga like me supposed to be getting no pussy like this. God damn. God damn. Who taught you how to get sexy for a nigga?
Easy taught me.
You never used to talk dirty, but now you goddamn disgusting. My God. Where'd you learn that?
Easy taught me.
Look at you, motherfucking butt-ass nigga with them motherfucking Jimmy shoes on. Who taught you how to put some motherfucking Jimmy shoes on?
Easy taught me.
Yo, you took your pussy game up a whole nother level. This is some Circus Soleil pussy now. Shit. You done went all porno on a nigga, okay? And I love it. And I thank you. I thank you. My dick thanks you. How'd you learn? How did your pussy game come up?
Easy taught me.
I was fucking parts of your pussy I'd never fucked before. I was in there like, oh shit, I never been here before. I've never even seen this part of Pussy Town before. It's like you got this shit reupholstered or some shit. What the fuck happened? Who the fuck got your pussy all reupholstered?
Chris is crazy.
Easy reupholstered my pussy.
You know what? I gotta thank Easy. And when I see that nigga, I'ma thank him. I'ma buy the album, I'ma download that motherfucker, I'ma shoot a bootlegger. That's how good I feel about this nigga. I still can't believe you got me this watch. This motherfucker's the exact motherfucker I wanted. With the bezel, this is the motherfucker I wanted. I saw this shit. I saw that Twista had this shit on in the Sauce. I remember Twista had this motherfucker on in the Sauce. That's right. That's right. Yo, babe, yo, this is the best birthday ever. Where you learn to treat a nigga like this?
Easy taught me.
Yeezy taught you well. Yeezy taught you well.
Well, that was wild. It almost sounds like an album closer. Let's see here. It says this entire song could be taken two different ways. One, Kanye is talking about his relationship with fame. Pretty easy to see metaphor-wise. Two, he's talking about a specific girl in his life. Also seems easy to see, almost too easy, which is why a lot of people believe it only be about fame. But the last lines of the song before Chris Rock comes in tells us that Ye could be talking about a real person and Chris Rock is sketching a real conversation Ye heard on the phone. This song is especially interesting in its duality of being quite depressing and having a hilarious outro. Your mileage may vary, though. Chris said, I did that quicker than I read scripts that they offer me money to do. I think him so much it probably freaks him out, especially at this late date, to get on something. The album of the moment, that stuff is priceless. You can't put a price tag on that. I felt invigorated by it. I still got my fastball. I always picture Marty from Madagascar in the outro. Oh gosh, that didn't even come to me, but now I'm never going to be able to forget it. Right there. On the phone. You want to dub that over with Madagascar? Y'all annotators sure hate Amber Rose. People are saying songs about Amber. Suppose you can draw comparisons to being famous, but he wrote this album after their breakup. Well, who was it? He mentioned Chloe Mitchell. This entire verse is a part of a poem by poet and blogger Chloe Mitchell, hence the shout out at the end. Here's the original poem in full. It says, your bitter is my sweet blame game. Things used to be, now they're not. Anything but us is who we are. Disguising ourselves as secret lovers, we've become public enemies. That's a hard line. We walk away like strangers in the street, gone for eternity. We erase one another. No phone calls, no sweet text messages. We are mere specks of particles floating, unknown to our partner's existence. So far from where we came. With so much of everything, how do we leave with nothing? Lack of visual empathy equates to the meaning of LOVE. Hatred and attitude tear us entirely. We meet at opposite poles, and no longer can we bond like lovebirds to a song or flowers to a daisy. The air smells of rotten and burned hearts. We have trashed our overcooked love that now accompanies the bin of deceit. Don't turn around. Continue walking away. Disappear into that darkness that rests upon your gritty shoulders. Let the dark cloud follow you wherever you go. So long, ex-lover. Farewell. Said, footnote, this is the full context of the poem I wrote for Kanye. He reads it aloud on the track, featuring John Legend. Wow. I think the thing that I'm always kind of struck by, though, you know, and I don't know if it's just part of the rap or hip-hop persona, is the constant fixation on sexuality, in the sense that, you know, I think if, like the idea of in the bathroom, like holding your neck, or even Chris Rock's outro, which I know, you know, for me being a married man and wanting to have been married, you know, I got married right before I turned 21, and it's like I really wanted to. My wife as well, we wanted to begin a family as well, and so, you know, that's been much of my life. Now, I remember being a teenager, and that's all I cared about, and, you know, just trying to, for lack of a better term, getting girls' pants. And I'm glad, you know, and for me, it was my faith in Christ that changed all of that. And I've been able to build something really special with my wife. And I can see you're going to have a lot of relational trouble if your main focus is just sex. And I've talked about this in other videos, and if I could, just for a moment, if you don't want to listen to me, just skip to the next song. But if I could speak to anybody out there, especially young men, sex within a relationship is meant to be this thing that unifies you. It's this mingling of souls. It's so much more than just the physical, or at least it should be. That's its design. It is this deep connection, don't get me on, pun not intended, between two individuals. And it is this celebration of commitment. It's this celebration of faithfulness, this celebration of serving one another through life with your words and your actions and your heart and your mind. And when you live in that way, and you're building something together, and you're working together, and you're being good to each other, again, with your words, and not just in the public. You know, one thing I've always made a point of is my wife and I don't speak poorly of each other around others. I can't stand when I hear men do that. Now, it's different if you have somebody very close to you, you know, that you're trying to work something out, and you're presenting a problem or an issue that you're facing within your relationship or in your marriage. Like, man, I'm struggling in this, and I'm trying to figure it out. But that's totally different than throwing your wife under the bus, or ever speaking negatively of her, or making her appear less than in front of others. Try to be very conscious of that. I never try to make jokes at her expense. And so within all of that, then you come together, you know, and share this moment, this time together, and it is this celebration, right, of all that beauty that exists in your relationship. But if you put that first, and it's so much about the sex, I think you got everything out of order, and that tower is eventually just going to fall, especially if you're trying to be faithful to one person. But yeah, and so with that, you know, in this song, there's so much within here, you know, that speaks to me from a relational aspect. Number one, choose wisely. You know, the person that you are going to unite yourself with. The second is try not to be on the defense. That's very hard to do, and I'm totally conscious of that, because I can get so defensive. And it's a thing I hate about myself, but I'm glad I'm aware of it, right? Because that can allow me to be less defensive. That's the quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to become angry. And then you try out of that to conduct yourself where less apology is needed. You're not going to be perfect. I mean, I have to apologize all the time, you know, whether I'm just impatient or I, you know, was putting my focus in the wrong place or whatever it might, I forgot something. So apologies are just part of it. Be quick to apologize. Try not to be on the defense. And I think that's the thing. Try to conduct yourself where less apologies are needed. But then when you do make mistakes, it's so hard, man, to be the first one to go and be like, hey, I'm sorry. Because what you really want is them to come say it. And what I found is if you can typically take the place of humility, and sometimes my wife has been the first to do this, but as the man, I feel the responsibility that it's upon me first and foremost. Hey, I'm sorry. I approached that wrong. Even if it's like I feel justified in some ways or whatever, it's just all you're going to do is keep this tension. But being able to bring humility, because what you really want is peace. What you really want, not a fake peace, right? It's not just this always apologizing and things are really screwed up and somebody's manipulative. So don't hear me in that. But this ability to recognize, like, we want to move toward resolution. And so I'll be willing, or she'll be willing, to be the first one to step forward and say, I'm sorry. And you know what generally follows? This breaking down of armor, this breaking down of the defense, and both parties then can generally recognize where they made a misstep. So anyways, that's my marital relational advice for today. We're about to celebrate our 17th anniversary. I am turning 38 this year, so I at least feel like I'm at some point within my life to where maybe I do have some advice I can offer. So anyways, let's move on to track number 12. This is titled Lost in the World, featuring Bon Iver.
I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow.
This reminds me of Frank Ocean, Blonde.
I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind, I'm building a still to slow down time. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my line.
It almost sounds like Getting Away.
Building a still down the time. I'm lost in the world, but now my whole life I'm building a city, and I'm down for the night, down for the night. Says she's down for the night. I'm lost in the world, I'm down my whole life, I'm new in the city, but I'm down for the night, down for the night, down for the night. You're my devil, you're my angel, you're my heaven, you're my hell, you're my now, you're my forever, you're my freedom, you're my jail, you're my lies, you're my truth, you're my war, you're my truth, you're my questions, you're my proof, you're my stress and your mama sues. Mama say, mama my son. Lost in this plastic life, let's break out of this fake ass party, turn this into a classic night. If we die in each other's arms, still get laid in the afterlife. If we die in each other's arms, still get laid, yeah. Run from the lights, run from the night, run for your
This is such a good mixture of just like 808s and Heartbreak and Graduation, those sounds like together and evolved. And this like tribal.
Us living as we do, upside down.
It's a cool transition. Man, he really had a vision coming into this thing. It's crazy how everything goes together so well. And that's one of the things I've complimented in the past, especially on my videos where I rank every song. I've done the college dropout and late registration. Up to this point, you can find those videos. But one of the things I compliment is just there's no wasted space, I don't feel like, in a Kanye album. Everything is moving forward. Everything's kind of pointed in the same direction. There are such distinct sounds, but they're all like running in the same vein. And the sound on this is so interesting. According to Kanye, the verse began as a poem he emailed to Kim Kardashian because he had the beat but no lyrics. Excuse me. He made the revelation at his Glastonbury 2015 headline set. This song was featured in Kanye's movie Runaway as the closing track. The song's introduction and the chorus's interpolation are from Bon Iver's Woods from their EP Blood Bank. The chorus structures mimics Bon Iver's song structure. While Bon Iver laments about the woods, West explained the scope of the song outside of the woods to the city and beyond to America as a whole. Contains samples of 5 songs. What was that? Mama Say, Mama Sa, Makasa. Got Gil Scott-Heron in here. I see him pops up a lot. Lynn Collins. And then Bon Iver. And Eddie Bow, Hook and Sling. I think this might be the greatest production ever from Kanye. I know it's bold considering his catalog. This is insane. It is bold, and this is insane. It's originally a poem written to Kim K when they weren't married, and he made it a song. The chanting towards the end sounds very similar to chanting in Power. I'm up in the woods, I'm down on my mind. Following the breakup of his previous band, the Yarmond Edison, Justin Vernon, suffering from mononucleosis, secluded himself in a cabin in the woods of Medford, Wisconsin in 2007 for 3 months, planning to hibernate. This resulted in Bon Iver's critically acclaimed debut album, For Emma, Forever Ago. I think some people on Patreon have recommended this. It just hasn't ever won in the polls yet. This, of course, parallels Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Fantasy rap camp in Hawaii. Oh, cool. In the years leading up to this song, Kanye had broken up with one fiancée, lost his mother during a botched surgery, been blasted by the world for the infamous Taylor Swift incident. At the time of release in 2010, he was dating Amber Rose, but had clear intentions for Kim Kardashian. Rose even suggested he had cheated on her with Kim. It seems Kanye was yearning for fulfillment and was lost in his own mind. He doesn't know what he truly wants or how to get it. All he knows is he's missing something. Run from the Lights is part of the recurring theme of lights in Kanye's music, from flashing lights on Graduation, street lights, 8/8s, and Heartbreak, to all of the lights. The motif symbolizes his struggle with fame, which is a prevalent theme of its own throughout this album. The 8 bars of antithesis denote two sides of a relationship, expressing the importance for both positive and negative in a monogamous bond. In order for the good aspects of their relationship to hold meaning, the negative must exist. After their marriage, Kanye said this verse was written about Kim. He said it was a poem he emailed her and used when he needed lyrics for the beat. On the 10th anniversary of the album's release, Kim Kardashian published the poem Kanye wrote for her 30th birthday. Kanye couldn't come up with some of the lyrics, but then realized he had them in a poem he had written me that was my birthday card he gave me for my 30th birthday. He took the poem he wrote me and made it the song, I Keep Everything. I don't imagine this is, oh, it's still here. Little Hands, Birkin Bag, Yacht, the G6. Late is better than never. You're my devil, you're my angel, you're my heaven, my hell, my now, my forever, my freedom, my jail, my lies, my truth, my was, my truce, my war, my truce, my questions, my proof. Love forever, Yeezy. Look, can you see this? Let's see. This phrase. Yacht. It's Y-A-C-H-T, correct? Is this not proof that Kanye's basically 10 years old? Drew Kanye on an egg, check it out. Kanye's very good at painting. The stick figures are an artistic choice. All right. This is track 13, which I think is the final track on the album. It is. We will, let's see. Okay. Yes. All right, track 13, Who Will Survive in America? Let's see how he closes out. It's only 1 minute and 38.
Us living as we do, upside down, and the new word to have is revolution. People don't even want to hear the preacher spill or spiel, because God's whole card has been thoroughly peeped, and America is now blood and tears instead of milk and honey. The youngsters who were programmed to continue fucking up woke up one night digging Paul Revere and Nat Turner as the good guys. America stripped for bed and we had not all yet closed our eyes. The signs of truth were tattooed across our open-ended vagina. We learned to our amazement the untold tale of scandal. 2 long centuries buried in a musty vault, hosed down daily with a gagging perfume. America was a bastard, the illegitimate daughter of the mother country, whose legs were then spread around the world, and a rapist known as freedom, free doom. Democracy, liberty, and justice
were revolutionary code names that preceded the bubbling, 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 bubbling in the mother country's crotch. What does Webster say about soul? All I want is a good home and a wife and a children and some food to feed them every night. After all is said and done, build a new route to China if they'll have you. Who will survive in America? Who will survive in America? Who will survive in America? Who will survive in America?
Interesting close there. Let's see what's going on. It makes me think of, and I've mentioned John Billion several times in these Kanye reactions, just because I know he was an inspiration to, Kanye was an inspiration to him. And he has a song, this is Modern Times in America. This is Modern Times in America. None of us have money and lost our sense of mind. That America line made me think of that. Final song is an abridged version of Gil Scott-Heron's comment number 1 that paints a bleak outlook for Kanye's future and summarizes the entire album. Is all the decadence of fame and fortune worth it? What do we lose in the process? And does it really make a difference in the end? The song flows immediately from the end of the previous track, Lost in the World. Kanye has always been a big proponent of Scott-Heron's samples, whether on his own material or on production for others. Scott-Heron died 6 months after the release of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy at the age of 62. Kanye performed both Lost in the World and Who Will Survive in America at his memorial service. In August 2017, comedy legend Chris Rock revealed on Questlove podcast that he was instrumental in pushing for this song to be the outro for the album. This track is important because his album doesn't get the recognition it deserves. The lyrics are a metaphor for everyone's thoughts on his musical masterpiece, while the critics and rap heads who listen to the album know that it is probably the best rap album ever written. Many doubters and non-believers of that. That's what I love about music. There's so many interpretations, but I honestly had no idea that this went so far back or had such intense meaning. Such a vital track because it expresses the feelings of many to a proud country who have many flaws like others. Comment number 1 by Scott-Heron was written in 1970, a time of societal upheaval in America. Revolution was at hand across the nation, rage and indignation manifesting in race riots fueled by the murder of Martin Luther King Jr., the women's liberation movement and protests against the Vietnam War. Now, this idea of living upside down has 2 meanings. The first is the idea of America's African American population stuck in a world of disenfranchisement, segregation, and various forms of oppression. The second is the idea that revolution is required to turn this upside-down world the right way up again. Furthermore, Scott-Heron's original poem was a criticism of the white student movement of the 60s and 70s and its superficial treatment of Black American issues. In the context of this album, Kanye is responding to the co-opting of his music and celebrity as an allegory for racial tensions still present in modern-day America. Kanye's use of the poem has particular significance as it recontextualizes issues facing the Black community of the 1970s for a 21st century audience. From a revolutionary standpoint, society teaches us to sit passively and become indoctrinated. Here, Kanye is challenging listeners to consider how far we've come or whether or not we've come far at all. Police brutality, gang-related crime, rampant poverty all feed into the narrative of young Black males programmed to continue messing up. At the height of the civil rights movement, it seemed like the youngsters were finally waking up. 40 years later, change does not seem all that evident. Paul Revere and Nat Turner, both men led violent revolutions, set historical precedents. Revere warned against the arrival of the British, saving many people. Turner led a slave rebellion in Virginia that led to the death of 60 white people. I think we saw this recently in another reaction. I think they made a movie about this. The irony in this line is that Paul Revere was a white man fighting against the British, while Nat Turner was a slave fighting against the white man. Kanye indicating the irony in how we are taught to love equality and also idolize those who created, in his eyes, a racist nation. Stripped for bed refers to the Quartering Act of 1773, which allowed troops to take over people's houses and use them for shelter during times of war. This was passed and approved by the British government in charge of the colonies. Paul Revere sparked the Revolutionary War around 1774, and the Quartering Act lasted until 1776. This is the first of vivid rape-related images in the poem. As soldiers entered houses unwelcome, so too is America repeatedly raped by a racist agenda. Scott Heron warns that the signs are all too obvious, but nothing can stop it now. Here the poem America's birth as illegitimate, separated from Mother Britain through revolution, unnatural means. Wow, a lot going on here. Here, we'll finish with this. Who will survive in America is the double meaning here. The first meaning is directly linked to the context of Scott Heron's poem. The question communicates the moral depravity that exists in America and the extreme challenges African Americans had to face in a hypocritical country that offered oppression and slavery instead of its promises of justice, truth, and freedom. These problems seem relegated to the history books, but still persist today. The second meaning directly relates to the whole album's message. With such an obsession in American culture over fame, celebrity, money, sexuality, and drugs, Kanye feels like he will never be able to overcome these challenges ultimately. He's unsure whether he will be able to find himself in this cultural turmoil or if he will simply give up. Hence the unanswered rhetorical question aspect. Also, the question seems to imply an impending doom for everyone in America, as this depraved culture and obsession with fame will eventually consume and destroy us all. Well, that's a happy note to close on. I'm just kidding. Wow, what is there left to be said about this album? I really can't wait to listen through it again. But man, it's a triumphant piece. I don't understand. I can't put myself in the space or context in which you could have heard this and been like, meh, I think he could have done better. Like, I don't get that. I feel like from every possible metric, there's some great artistic choices on here. I mean, down to, you know, whether you're a thing or not, the outro where you couldn't really hear him and you had the distortion, to the opening of the one song with just the keys. And you could tell it's like, it's not an electronic sound, it's an organic sound. I mean, you literally feel the weight of the keys as he's hitting them. There were just so many interesting things going on through this album. You've got so many great features. There's a lot of variety. There's like kind of just, like I said, like your normal rap tracks. You've got, you know, these big, exciting dancing type pieces. You've got more introspective and darker things. It's masterful, man. So all that being said, give it 2 thumbs up. So let me know your thoughts on it. Anything that I missed that you want to add to, please feel free to. We'll have a good conversation in the comments. Like I said, we'll work on getting everything up over on Patreon. I know there's going to be a lot of great content, as well as the short film and all those things to put up there. We do have a lot of Kanye content there already, so feel free to go check that out. Hundreds of hours of video from dozens of artists. And it's the best way you can possibly support this channel, as obviously these videos are not monetizable. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope to see you in the next one. It's reading good. I can take this off now, right?